and I'm speaking about animal care at First Avenue Shelter. I wanted to comment on a few things there, as I've been volunteering at first at LCAS and then at First Avenue on a weekly basis for over 6 years. I do want to commend Greenhill for working with West Coast Dog and Cat in placing kittens that they could not handle at Greenhill, and for recently getting dogs into rescue groups in this area and in other areas. So those are very important in getting animals into good homes. I do believe that the animal care staff and the front office staff at First Avenue do care about the animals. However, on numerous Thursdays, when I get there between 10:45 and 11 to walk dogs, many of them have not been yet taken outside at all. This past Thursday, I got to the kennels at about 11:15 and counted 18 dogs that had not been out yet. Only one other dog walking volunteer was there, and we at about the same time, and we rushed to get all of these absolutely frantic dogs outside. They're leaping, they're barking, they're doing anything they can to get our attention, and they're very uncomfortable. She was there about 2 hours. I was there about 4 hours, and we were the only dog volunteers that were there that day. Before leaving, I cleaned at least 10 kennels that were full of poop and pee. To me, this is a staff function. It shouldn't be something that volunteers need to do to keep our animals comfortable. A friend volunteered the next day, and she was the only dog walker the entire time she was there. Again, she had to get frantic dogs out of their kennels to poop and pee before starting their regular duties. And this is not isolated. This happens quite frequently. The situation happens more than just the 2 times that I'm mentioning. This is not quality care as promised by Greenhill, and is actually inhumane to make those dogs wait from 4 or 5 o'clock p.m. the previous night until 11 or 12 the next day to get outside. On the days that I'm there, that I go there, which are Thursdays and Sundays, the staff are not just sitting around doing nothing. They're working hard. And to me, that means that First Avenue is very understaffed and absolutely must have more people working there to provide even minimally acceptable care to our community animals. Another issue is that dogs aren't getting enough attention because our dog trainer is not there most of the time. She's at Greenhill, where her office is, but most of the dogs that need help are at the First Avenue shelter. We need needed general maintenance.
Lisa Warren is next, followed by John Jordan Cascade.
Good evening, Counsel. I'm Piercy. Lisa Warren, Ward 2. I'm here also to speak about First Avenue Shelter. We all realize what a rough transition it has to be to go from what was happening at Lane County Animal Services for Greenhill to go in and do such a great job like LCAS is doing. I do know that animals are not getting out enough. They're not getting walked every day, and are, like Diane Silverman said, many hours go by before they do get out. I know that some unhealthy and sickly animals aren't getting the medical care they need, and the part that I'm very concerned about is you can get a perfectly adoptable dog in, and if it's not getting socialized and getting out and getting exercise, 2 to 3 weeks you have possibly what they're deeming as unadoptable dog. And they are shunning foster programs, which I highly recommend. I think a foster program is the best way to get a dog in a situation so that you can really see what it's like. And the criteria that Gail Schroeder uses, she's the veterinarian, the newer veterinarian at Greenhill, I had a meeting with her, and I'm very concerned about her criteria for euthanasia. I think it's fairly weak, and I think dogs get misjudged, and I'm real concerned about dogs getting euthanized that could actually be adoptable animals, and it's critical that they get out and that they have their poop and pee cleaned up so that they don't have to live in their own filth. And I know that Greenhill has done some good things. Just today I found out that a dog that they deemed unadoptable were willing to let another Canadian rescue take them. the dogs. So, it's not all bad, but there's things that we really have to look at, and I really encourage this body to pay attention to what these people that are spending a lot of their own time and energy documenting, and idealistically, I think we can work with Greenhill. I don't want to make them the enemy like they're coming off to be right now. I want to work with them, but they need to let us in, because I know several people who have called and said, I really want to volunteer, and they say, no, we're doing fine. But I know they're not doing fine. It's because they've sort of been blacklisted from Greenhill because, they obviously have been rivaling Greenhill, so Greenhill doesn't want them around. And I think that we really need to bridge that gap and somehow come to a good place that will benefit the animals. That's what we really need to do. Thank you for your time.